Hi, Kevin. I am Sophia Soto with the Nerds of Color. It's a huge pleasure to speak with you. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, Sophia. Nerds of Color, that's really dope. I have a bunch of friends in LA. They call them the Blurred. So we have a blurred lunch every Sunday, and we talk about like the Marvel movies. We talk about like what's happening in Sci-Fi. Oh, like yeah, that's so cool. So
yeah, you're right up my alley. And the show is great. By the way, I got to see a few episodes, and I really
cool.
I'm
really glad it's connecting with people. I'm really glad. Thanks.
Of course. So first off, I want to start by asking you what initially attracted you to the project.
I think I've told the story a few times, but I was the dummy who said no 4 times to the audition. I was like, look, y'all, I'm tired, I'm old, there's a lot of words you want me to say. They don't want me. Is Billy busy? I was like, what's the other guy doing over there, man? But reading it, like what the draw was finding, it was a piece that kind of just spoke to where we were collectively. I mean, after like a year and a half of it's like the country got like a gut punch, like the world's got a gut punch. This pandemic, it's like you're isolated, you're alone, you're just, all of your thoughts, everything's running through your head. And I think people need a little joy and a little hope. And I found that in the script, and I found that in this guy. And I was like, oh wow, I would love to get a chance to do this. I was really dumb not to have just said yes immediately.
I got to see the first episode back when you guys did Series Fest, but I know the first 2 episodes of the show were officially released early on Hulu.
Yes, they're
Fox
on Hulu
now and on demand. Yes. So how has the fan response been so far? I've only seen like really positive things.
It's everyone that I've seen so far has really kind of struck a chord with people, which is really great. I mean, we're all like, we're nervous because it's like, oh, will people really like it? Do people da-da-da? And it's like, it's the internet, so you never know what you're gonna pull up. You're like,
of course,
be careful what you search. But people really have genuinely like said, oh wow, I see myself in Simone. Oh wow, I see myself in Simon. I see myself over here in Wayne. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's really cool. And knowing kind of like at least where 8 of the episodes are gonna go, I'm like, oh, people are gonna have a blast with this. It's gonna be like, I'm so excited to just share it all. It's gonna be fun.
And I love what you just said. I want to highlight that as well, because this show, not only is the cast so diverse, but also the characters are so diverse, the storytelling, the plots. What does it mean to you to be part of a show like that?
I've never been a part of a show as diverse as this, like in front of the camera, behind the camera, like all what those storylines entail, like who's telling. It's like, oh right, we are all one people and we all want to see ourselves. And it's like, and I think even the theme of the show is like, we're going to come together to put on something, to put on a production of Swan Lake. And we're going to have a lot of obstacles. We have a lot of challenges. Some of y'all can't dance, but we're going to work it out. We're going to figure this out. And the only way we can do it is together. And I love that. I love that, what the show can bring out,
And another aspect that is so fun is obviously the whole show within a show concept.
Right.
How is that? It's so fun to watch, but how is that to play with as an actor?
It's great because we have at any given day we have about 5 or 6 cameras rolling somewhere on the set, and and a lot of them are our show cameras, which are in the script, and then we have our narrative cameras for Fox, and so you're just trying to be like, which camera am I not looking at? Which one am I aware of? But it's just fun, a lot of like meta jokes we get to do. It can be some long days, but it's been really great overall.
And I love 2 of the huge themes are obviously self-acceptance and empowerment. Loving that.
Yes.
Did you personally learn anything from this project along those lines? And is there a takeaway you want audiences to get?
For me, Wayne has taught me that, like, honestly, you are enough. No matter what it is, you thinking that you're going through, whatever, if you just show up as you first and authentically and honestly, no problem is unsolvable. You know what I mean? And that's really helped me a lot. Like as a person in my work, in my relationships, I'm like, you know what would Wayne do? How would Wayne do this? And it's been kind of great. It's been kind of great. And I hope that audiences can see themselves in these people and know that like, it's never too late to do anything. Like every second, every moment, every day, you get the chance to be who you want to be. And to do the things you want to do. And I hope, and to me, that's a beautiful lesson to like pass on to folks.
I want to give you your own little creative question, of course, as well.
Okay, great.
So describe your character to me in either your own little tagline or phrase.
Wow. What would, let's see. Wayne Fontaine. Come for the laughter, stay for the love.
Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
I love that. I love it. And then, the show also is about second chances, which is another
Yes.
theme that I love. Was there a moment that you got a second chance in your life at something that was really important to you and it ended up,
Oh wow. I mean, honestly, I think I got a fourth chance to audition for this. So yeah. if we keep it at 100, like I was like,
there you go, listen.
look, I was like, you trying to block your blessing. Boy, they trying to give you this good job. You're here on the couch, you better go over there and audition for this. No, I've been really fortunate. Like, I feel like I've gotten a chance to work with some incredible actors and creators and writers over my career, and we always just want things to connect. You want it to land, and it just and this really feels special. Like, it feels like I did a show here in Chicago that I personally loved. It was called Sirens, and it was a comedy with Dennis Leary, and we had a blast. And we were like, oh, we're gonna be on TV forever. Well, it didn't look like that was what the case was. But I now got like this great chance to come back to Chicago, create something else, do another thing with new. And it's like, oh wow, it's really not about the ending. It's about the journey. It's about like where you go, which is also a theme of the show. It's not about what the show's going to end up. It's how we got to Swan Lake, and it's a little beautiful. But
what was that first day like for you when you stepped on set and saw everyone and began filming?
oh, I was a giddy kid in the candy store. Like, I mean, honestly, we start because it's such a large ensemble cast, like, and we spent about 8 days shooting. Our first day of shooting, there were only about 4 or 5 characters there. And we were all like, well, I don't care. We're going to go to set anyway. It's Darius Blade and I went and we watched Adam Kaplan and Ray Chom Jr. do this beautiful dance sequence on the basketball court. And that was our first day of shooting. And it was all like, hey, y'all, we're doing a thing. It was just like build a little camaraderie. It was really great. It was fun. It was fun.
And then I want to also ask you, were there any specific challenges that this show made you face that you maybe hadn't experienced on another project?
When I realized how rhythmically challenged I could be, this show, like, I went to the dance rehearsal and I was like, well, how hard could it be, Kevin? Come on, let's walk into this dance rehearsal. And I was like, oh man, you old, you need to stretch. You got to stretch, we're gonna get it together. And I'm all like, there's this great meme on Twitter I saw, or TikTok, this guy, he's like, can we just normalize Black men not being able to dance? And she's like, we're gonna get it today, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna be
Listen, I can't dance either. I can't do it. That's one thing that I steer away from. Oh, wait.
It's like, okay, but I love to dance. I love to sing. I might not be great at either of them, but whatever. It's about the
You gotta
journey.
have fun. That's that's all you gotta do.
Exactly.
Exactly. And the drama comedy aspect is just so fun. It's one of my favorite genres to watch. How is that for you as an actor?
I love it. Like, it's like, I mean, trying to like walk that tightrope, because I mean, like, I've said this also. You can't have great drama without comedy, and you can't have great comedy without drama. Like, it's just like the stakes it's all about the stakes. It's how important it is to your characters, what's going on. And we all can resonate with these themes. It's like, I don't know if I might get fired for saying this, but the love of my life just walked by. So I got to go chase him. And I fell through a vat of, donuts or whatever it is. It's like, it's something, as long as it's grounded in reality, I think you can really go pretty far. We have some great outlandish stunts coming up later. And I was like, there's no show that would be able to support this but The Big Leap. And I love it. And I love it.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm imagining that this role was so fun when you finally booked it, when you finally started filming and all of that. What was the experience just like overall? Just
overall, it really has been a dream. Like, I cannot sing my co-stars praises high enough. Mallory Jansen is like every day she's like an acting class. I'm like, she's my co-host. She plays Monica. And like, she's the sweetest woman you'll ever meet. And like Monica is this no nonsense, cold,
Yes.
cold hard, and I'm like, how did you do that? And she's Australian doing a British accent flawlessly. She wasn't dancing when she was a kid. So she's these complex dance scenes. Like, I'm just learning lines, hitting a mark. She's going to dance rehearsal, coming in here, doing that. I'm like, okay, I see you, Mallory. It's fine. It's fine. She's great. Like, I mean, but and Scott Foley, like he's our number one, and he's like just the calm, cool, collected force around the set. And he comes and he's like, hey, dude, you got this? Don't worry about it. You got it. You got it. I mean, it's just, and he's so funny. Like, he's one of the funniest men. I'm like, where did you get? It's just like dry, witty. You don't even know you've been insulted. It's like 10 seconds later. It's really quick. It's been great. It's been great. And obviously, Simone Caster was like, I was like, this is her first big gig. And I was like, I feel like I'm watching A Star Is Born. I'm like, if I could have half of your charisma, if I could have half of like what you're bringing, I mean, she's so lovely to watch and so beautiful. And so it's been great. It's been a dream.
What are you most looking forward to for fans to see, whether that's a specific episode, a specific dance, a specific anything that you could tease?
Honestly, there is a dance in 103 that when I saw it, it literally took my breath away. And it's Ray and Monica, or Justin and Monica, sorry. And where it takes place in the story, I was like, oh my, yeah, it's beautiful. And then there is a scene later with Nick and Wayne that I how it's wrapped. I'm like, I can't wait for people to see how those three characters specifically interact and where their bond goes, you know.
And I'm going to ask you a little bit of a fun, nerdy question.
Get it. I'm ready.
Marvel, so you know I have to hit that.
Oh, definitely. Girl, let's go. What we got?
Definitely. So I want to ask you 2 questions. Okay. One, do you have a dream role in a Marvel film? And if you could pick any of your characters and plop them into the Marvelverse,
who would it be?
What would you pick? Who would it be? What would you pick?
Oh, all that. Wow. It's so funny. Every time that I have like a character that I want to play, somebody already got it. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, oh, I want to be Blade. And I was like, oh yeah, Mahershala. Okay, that's about right. That's about good. I was like, oh, you know, let's see. Is it time? Can I be? Oh, no, Chad, go ahead. Bless your yours. You know, like I literally, I would just walk across the screen to be in the Marvel movie. I would just like, whatever you need me to do. Like, you know, and I need to spend more time with the comics. So I'm like, oh, there are some actually really untapped gems. Now that I know they're expanding, you know, the universe is going out, I'm like, oh, I got to just go find the right role, because that's a job for life. But
get in there.
Get in there, get good. Get in there, get good. You know, I think it's probably because I'm just working on Wayne right now. I'd love to see where Wayne goes in the, like, flying around, you know, in the ship. You know, it's like, he's
Puppet Avengers.
Yeah, Puppet Avengers, exactly. It's like,
can't go
wrong. No. Peter, we can fix that suit. That's strange. Come. Yeah.
Listen, No Way Home's coming up. Get yourself,
No Way Home's coming. Slip on in there.
Get yourself a little cameo.
I did a little reading with Alfred Molina, and I was like, Fred, now I know you in this new Spider-Man, right? Look. I was like, what's happening? Tell me what's going on. Yeah.
They're guarded.
It's so guarded. It's crazy.
Kevin, thank you so much. This was such a fun interview.
Absolutely. Really Sophia, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and congrats on the show.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.